Here we go.
Yeah, I think so. What's up? All right. Thursday evening, and football is back on. Welcome into SWB on VYPE, otherwise known as the Jeff Michael Show at this point. Lauren is predisposed. She actually had a interview with Clyde, the Glide Drexler today, and she had another interview she had to do this evening, so she won't be with us. It'll be me for a solid hour going over a lot of stuff that happened today. Cam Newton, OBJ, there's all kinds of stuff. There's rumors about Carlos Correa going over to the Yankees. There's all kinds of stuff going on in the sports world. I absolutely love it. But once again, welcome in. What's up, Enrique?
Nothing much. I'm just ready. I'm ready to talk.
Hey, thank your sister for the cookies. Brought me some SWV cookies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're real good.
I still got them in my mouth. But, man, brought to you by VYPE. Enrique over there hooking us up. Go to VYPE.com for all your high school stuff around all areas, including Texas, Alabama, Arkansas, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma. Tonight here in Houston, though, Second Baptist takes on St. Joseph, St. John, and Lutheran South. Bridge Point versus Seven Lakes, and Lago Vista versus Randolph. Remember when I did that Lago Vista joke and nobody got it? The white man can't jump joke.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Lauren did not get it. But, hey, look, man, welcome in. I'm sure Kevin, Nathan, Ashley, all you guys, thank y'all for watching. You got questions, man, hit them up real quick. I'm definitely going to get into the Cowboys here in a little bit. I don't think Gregory's playing this weekend for you guys, but we'll see what happens. Let's get into this Cam Newton thing brought to you by David Carrier, or this section brought to you by David Carrier over there at Smarter Mortgage. Give David a call, man. He will take care of you. Give him a shout at, oh, man, I got to pull it up. David Carrier, 281-650-0648. Mention SWB, get a free quote ASAP. Refinancing and purchasing. Basically, David will get you a lot of money to get your house. 15% down. 15% on $20,000 house.
That's not bad. That's real good.
$20,000 house. I don't think you're going places, but whatever. Hope all is well. Wish you a great show. Thank you, Nathan Small. Before I get going, speaking of hope and all is well, I want to say happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Thank you for your service. Veterans, ex-veterans, current military members, whoever you are, you and your family, thank you so much for all that you do. We extremely appreciate that, and I'm allowed to do this because of what you do. And, again, thank you so much for your service. Thank you all. The Veterans Day is Veterans Day.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, guys. All right, Cam Newton. Big news broke this morning. Cam Newton back to the Carolina Panthers on a 1 year. This is shocking. Crazy to me. 1 year, $4.5 million deal for the rest of the season. So that's only 8 games.
Oh, he got paid.
1.5 guaranteed with incentives up to $10 million. This is all because Sam Darnold has his finger issue, some stuff going on over there. This is baffling to me. This is crazy.
Yeah.
In New England, it was $1 million for a year. All right. He was on New England's roster at the beginning of this year, training camp.
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay.
Mac Jones beat him out. Mac Jones, a rookie, beat out Cam Newton for the starting spot. Turns out Cam Newton doesn't get the vaccine. We see, I don't know if he was really ousted for not getting the vaccine, but Mac Jones ends up beating him out for the starting job. Now, halfway through the season, you end up with him over in Carolina. And an incredible deal. $4.5 million for half the season is a great deal for Cam Newton.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
He's done, for me at least, he won his MVP in 2015. And since then, Cam Newton has not done a whole lot in the NFL. In fact, he's had surgery after surgery. His shoulder has been bummed. He can't really throw the ball downfield that well. This is just shocking to me. Not only because Christian McCaffrey's been in and out of the lineup all year with injuries. Now you bring in Cam Newton?
Yeah. But anyways, I still like it. He's back home. Like it's like maybe we get to see the vintage Cam. Maybe
Cam Newton's 32 years old now, and his best days are way behind him. His shoulder is not near what it used to be. Like I said, he's had a couple of surgeries on it. I don't know how far down the field Cam Newton can throw the football. So the first couple of games, he's not going to play this weekend. His next start will be next weekend. It'll probably be against Washington. I think that's who Carolina plays. And I'm not really sure how he's going to perform. We know he can't run like he used to. And the last time we saw Cam, he couldn't throw like he used to. And let's be honest, Mac Jones just beat him out. Beat him out. If Cam Newton was better than Mac Jones, Bill Belichick would have started him.
Yeah, of course.
So you've got Cam Newton being paid $4.5 million for 8 games, and Cam Newton was beat out by Mac Jones earlier in the season. This is interesting because there's a lot of quarterbacks that should be playing, or that I would have probably started before Cam, and they're in a losing right now they're losing in their division. That's for sure. Let me pull up the standings right now. Carolina Panthers are.
I had it here too.
Yeah, last place 4 and 5.
Oh, okay.
And in their division, they're in the NFC, right? So in their division, they have Atlanta, who's playing very well, New Orleans Saints, who's playing well, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have no shot at winning their division, or, in my opinion, even getting to the playoffs in the NFC, because that division is stacked. And it just got even deeper with Odell Beckham Jr. going to the Rams, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. You got a guy back here that's a fan of that. I think Odell picked a city and not a team, but we'll get to that in a little while. What's that? Maybe. That's going to be a tough sell for me for OBJ in LA. But Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. You've got an injured CMC out there a lot, and you have an injured Cam Newton. Here's my question: Is Cam Newton going to be able to play all the games left?
No.
I wonder what's in that incentive lace that he has. I think he'll have 8 games left, and I think the over/under for him playing maybe 5.5 games. Will he play over 5.5 games or under 5.5 games?
Probably under. Maybe 4.5.
Under. Yeah, I mean, Carolina Panthers' offensive line is not the greatest in the world. So we know that he can't scramble anymore. We know his arm has a little bit of issues. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how he fits. Now, Carolina has turned into maybe a little bit more of a run-first offense, but Cam can't run like he used to, and again, Christian McCaffrey's injured a lot, so it's quite the ordeal over there. It'll be fun to follow, at least. I don't know how it's going to turn out for them. Again, they've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their division, the New Orleans Saints, whose defense is extremely good, and Atlanta, who's playing real well. So good luck to Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers over there, but I don't see that working out so hot, but we'll see. I don't know. I personally don't think he finishes the season there. I think he gets hurt again, and Cam calls it a day. I think everybody just wants to know what he's going to wear to the press conference. That's about it. What's he going to wear? That's more of an important aspect of Cam Newton these days than his actual playing on the field. Cam Newton passing yards, 2021, 2,657, 8 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. That was in 2021. He just hasn't been relevant since 2015, at all. You've got, let's see, I'll go up here to his stats. Let me see his stats for the last. That's his advanced passing stats. I had his QBR pulled up here somewhere, but it wasn't stellar at all. And let me know how you feel about Cam Newton and what he's got going on. PJ Walker, Nathan Small that's who's starting tomorrow or Sunday for them. And I think PJ Walker had just as good of a shot at running the football as Cam Newton does. And he was way cheaper. So in the press conference, Matt Rule said that he thought that this is not only short-term, but maybe a long-term maybe goal to sign Cam Newton. I don't know. He's 32 years old, and I just don't see how this is going to fit back there. Maybe they're trying to sell some tickets and get people in the stands again in Carolina. I don't know. But Cam Newton did sign today, $4.5 million, 1.5 guaranteed for the remainder of the season, and it is laced with incentives up to $10 million. That's what. That's what's going on so far. All right, man. Let's move on to the next subject. Let me go. Kevin Anthony, Cam sucks. Nathan Small, I've always been a Cam fan. His talent is pretty random, but just kind of became a fan when I was stationed in Fort Bragg in North Carolina. Thank you, Nathan, for your service. I know it's Veterans Day, so really appreciate you for that. Panthers, good luck with them. You seriously think you're a Panthers fan? Maybe because of certain where's Lauren when you need her to say Newton? Oh, listen. So today, that's funny you mentioned that. Today, Lauren and I did the show for 3 hours on Sports Map Radio, and I had to hear all day Newton. Like, the no T, just Newton. I love Lauren to death, man. But there's certain last names that get her, and Cam Newton is one of them. All right, man. On to the next subject that we were talking about. Probably the hottest one that just dropped a few hours ago. Odell Beckham Jr. had it narrowed down to two teams, being Green Bay and LA Rams. I was hoping he would go to Green Bay just because I'm in the media, and that's fantastic for me. But he did not. He chose to go to the LA Rams and compete with Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. I don't think there's enough balls to go around. It's interesting for me. LeBron James recruited Odell Beckham Jr. to go to Cleveland when he was there to come in and win a championship in Cleveland. Now you got LeBron in LA, and where does OBJ go? LA. Very, very interesting. And obviously, this is the first time that OBJ has been a free agent in his whole career. So he actually threatened other teams prior to this, saying that while he went on the waiver wire, saying that if you pick me up, I will make your life living hell. So nobody picked him up on the waiver wire. He became a free agent. And in my opinion, OBJ did pick a city and not a football team. If I'm the LA Rams here, I don't do this because why? You don't need him. They're doing incredibly well. They're a Super Bowl contender as is right now. Why would you want to screw up your locker room? I mean, OBJ to me is almost like a Carmelo Anthony, right? He's like a cancer in your locker room. He demands stuff, and then he wants the ball all the time, and then you never win a championship with him. It's just a lot of issues with him. I wanted him if I thought he was going to succeed or had the best chance to succeed. I thought OBJ should have gone to New England Patriots, where nice structure, old coaches, nice system set in place. He could have helped Mac Jones out. He could have opened up that offense. And I thought he would have done well over there in New England. But he did not go to New England. He chooses a young coach in Sean McVay. And I just don't know if Sean McVay can control OBJ.
No, that's not going to work out at all.
Man.
I see it. Give it 3 to 4 weeks. It's gonna fall down quickly.
Sean McVay is gonna have a rough time maintaining OBJ's antics. And what if he doesn't get the ball enough here? He's gonna yell at Sean McVay. You're for sure not gonna yell at Matt Stafford.
Oh yeah, you can't. No.
So he's gonna be out of options, and I don't know if his dad's gonna post a video about this one. I mean, that's gonna be fairly interesting to see how that works out. The Rams play Monday Night Football in San Francisco this week. I don't know if he'll be ready. He was supposed to wait until after Sunday to make this announcement, but it came out by Adam Schefter earlier this afternoon. But they play Monday night in San Francisco. Will he be available to play then? I don't know.
I wonder how it's going to work. It's going to be real interesting now.
Well, he can play. Look, OBJ can play a slot receiver. He can play the wide receiver. He can play he can play X, Y, and Z if he wants to. It's just a matter of how you're going to contain him wanting the ball all the time, his attitude, his locker room presence, his on-field presence too. Sean McVay is not an old coach. He's a young coach. How is he going to deal with all that? Those aspects are going to be very, very interesting to figure out and watch as it goes on because they didn't need him. That's the fact that blows me away is that why would you bring on somebody that you did not need and throw him in the mix where everybody's doing fine? Now, what if Cooper Kupp gets a little pissed off that he's not getting all the balls thrown to him, and you've got Robert Woods, and what if Robert Woods? it's just you were doing okay. I don't see why you threw it in the mix, but I would have loved to see him gone to the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots are a better fit, better system, better coaches, or the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints would have been a great fit for him as well, because you do have that older coach and Sean Payton, somebody that can kind of maybe calm him down and see. But again, he chose a city, not a team. And if Sean McVay can put a lid on him and maybe limit him to 40% of the thing, of the plays, then he might be okay. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, just gotta wait, sit back and see.
OBJ has sucked ever since that boat pick. Yeah, I remember that was hysterical in Miami. He was for the Giants back then, but I don't give the Rams any better of a chance now to win the Super Bowl or any worse of a chance.
It stays the same.
It's just the same, and that's why I don't know why you add him.
Yeah,
It didn't improve your team. It didn't make your team worse. It just looks like you're stacking. And whenever you get all these personalities in one room, something is bound to happen.
And he's gonna tip it.
And I think OBJ is gonna be the one to do it.
Yep.
That's just kind of how it goes, man. That's just the way it is, and that's OBJ everywhere he's gone. Now, if you want to throw in that he hasn't really had a quarterback, right? He got Eli Manning at the end of his career, which Eli wasn't the most accurate quarterback in the world, and then he picks up Baker Mayfield, who isn't accurate as well. So if you want to have that argument with me, that's fine. That OBJ hasn't had the best of quarterbacks throughout his career, I completely understand that, but Matt Stafford's a badass. So
yeah.
if Matt Stafford can't get in the football and he's complaining, I don't know where he goes from here.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know either.
We're going to find out. They play San Francisco Monday night. And, of course, SWB will be here Monday night at Christian's Tailgate to pregame you leading up to that. Can't wait. It's going to be interesting. We got a game tonight, man.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a good football game tonight. And I know a lot of people don't think this is a good football game.
But it's going to be good.
This is a good football game. Tonight's Thursday Night Football brought to you by Hybrid Technologies. Hybrid Technologies Group, 832-336-1201. Brought to you by Roy Stanton and them. When it comes to reliability, they're the ones you need. Phone services, cable services, surveillance cameras, cloud services. Man, you want to hang your TV with no wires being shown? I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that anymore. Don't call him for that. But call Roy over there at Hybrid Technologies, man. He will get it going. Thursday Night Football starts in exactly 1 hour from now. Lamar Jackson, home in Miami. He went to high school there. It's where he grew up. I expect him to have a stellar game tonight. What about you, Enrique? What are you expecting on this one?
It's basically Lamar Jackson against the Dolphins, basically.
Yeah.
This is his team.
Yeah, well, he's having a MVP-like season, right? He's rushing. I think he's rushed for 100 yards in 3 games this season. He leads all the NFL in total yardage. But, man, when I look at this team, when I go over the Baltimore Ravens, they have not had impressive wins.
They haven't.
They lost to the Raiders the first game. They only beat the Chiefs by 1 point. And as we know now, the Chiefs are not that good.
Yeah, okay.
No defense. They won by 1 point. They escaped the Lions on a 66-yard field goal. All right, we'll go down the line.
I'm so loud for that.
They beat the Broncos 23-7. I believe the quarterback got hurt in that game for the Broncos. I think Bridgewater got hurt during that game. They go and they beat the Colts 31 in a 6-point game that was a lot closer than that. Then their only quality win was against the Chargers. But the Chargers have lost a few games this year that they should have won. The Chargers aren't all cracked up that as they should be. And then they lost to the Bengals at home 41-17.
Oof.
They turned around last week and beat the Vikings by a last-second field goal. The Vikings. You got a Miami team that's at home, just coming off a win versus the Texans, which I'm not saying that you're all pumped up over that, but they did hand the Texans a nice loss, and their defense is pretty good. The line for this game is, I want to say 10.5. Okay, it moved to 8.5. It's Baltimore minus 8.5. Man, I almost want to take Miami in a pick 'em.
I see it. Yeah,
Miami might win this game. If you can contain Lamar Jackson, and I know that is an absolute retarded thing to even think about, say, we'll get it, but the games that anybody has, there's film, there is footage to look at to contain Lamar Jackson and make him throw the football 30, 35 times, you have a good chance to win.
Yeah.
You have a great chance to win because Lamar Jackson is not an accurate passer. He just looks to run first, and they don't have a running attack unless he's scrambling and running. You might have a chance to win this game if you can get Lamar Jackson to throw 30 to 35 times. Now, if Lamar's throwing 25 times and running for 120 yards, it's over.
It's done. Yeah.
Because not only are they going to score some points, they're going to control the clock. You're going to be in trouble. Tonight's game, though, the big story just broke about 30 minutes ago. Tua Tagovailoa is out and will not start this game. I'm not really sure if that matters that much because they do rely on their defense, and Jacoby Brissett is a viable quarterback, and Myles Gaskin is going to run the football. I don't see this being this explosive football game like everybody else does. I don't. I see Miami's defense putting some clamps on Lamar Jackson.
You think so?
If they can cause 2 turnovers, keep him under 100 yards rushing, and let him throw less than that's a lot, but let him throw less than 30 times or make him throw more than 25 times. I got a feeling that the Ravens have a chance to maybe pull this one out a little bit. Like it's pretty interesting. It's Tua Tagovailoa. Oh yeah, good spelling there, Kevin, man. Y'all need to come down here and check this out, man. Christian's Tailgate is always jamming. They're pretty busy right now. It's Thursday night. We will be here Monday night too at 6 p.m. I want to say I promise you Lauren will be back, but
you never know.
I can't promise. I'll tell you what though, the weather is storming this morning. Weather is gorgeous now.
Yes.
Did we talk about Christmas lights? Did you put up yours?
No, not yet.
I think I might have to put mine up this week. Christmas music is on the radio. What the?
Yes, already.
It's not till day after Thanksgiving. What are y'all doing? Is there an all year long Christmas music station now or something?
I really won't be surprised.
The rule was Christmas music day Friday after Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Friday after you play all the Christmas music you want till Christmas, right? Nope, not anymore. Christmas music, November 10th, it's everywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to keep in mind, I don't know if you saw the prices of the turkey now. They're expensive.
Oh, yeah.
I think last time I saw like $50.
Yeah, we might be doing McDonald's for Thanksgiving this year.
Hey, man, there's tacos in my house.
Yeah, tacos.
Tacos in my house.
Man,
yeah.
We make turkey tacos.
Hey, that don't sound too bad.
Hey, I cook the hell out of some turkey tacos. I don't eat a lot of red meat, but I'll cook some turkey tacos.
Ooh.
My kids eat turkey tacos all the time.
That sounds real nice.
Turkey tacos for Thanksgiving, that's what it is. Yeah, Enrique, what's your address?
Just know I'm on the east side.
Yeah, you're on the east side? All
yeah.
Right. Kevin Anthony says he put his lights up November 3rd.
Way too early.
Do you have anything that plays music up front? That's what I want to know. Do you have one of those blow-up Santas that just singing all day long? Oh, my goodness.
I know by my house, there's a little like Santa's workshop like in the neighborhood. Like you drive by, they have like fake snow going all over the place. Like it's cool, and like they charge to like take pictures with Santa. Like they
charge?
Yeah.
You are on the east side.
Yeah, I am on the east side.
They charging in the front yard.
Yeah.
It's $5. Take a picture with Santa. There.
Nah, it's $20.
$20.
Yes.
What Santa is this?
I don't know, but hey, we gotta make our money somehow.
Oh my
Yeah,
Lord!
I mean, it's 3 houses with lights, so it's not only one house. It's 3 houses.
$20.
$20 for a picture.
That's like going to the Galleria.
Hey, I don't know, man. That's all them.
We ain't going to your house anymore. It's too expensive over there.
That's on the other side of the neighborhood. I'm good.
That's in the gated communities.
Technically, that is considered gated in my neighborhood.
Oh my gosh, dude! All right, well, we're going to Enrique's for Christmas tacos and $20 pictures with Santa Claus. Back to the game tonight at 7:20. Man, there's some interesting prop bets for tonight, and let me see if I can pull them up. I had them up here a minute ago. I think the over/under on Lamar Jackson throwing is 237. I got a problem with that.
I do too.
I don't know.
Way too high.
Yeah, I don't know if he hits 237. And then right now, I would take Miami plus the 8.5.
Okay.
For sure, I take Miami. It was 7.5. That means people are loading up on the Ravens, and we've seen how the NFL works, especially this week.
Yeah.
It's been crazy.
Oh yeah.
So, man, last week, Sunday. Let's see. I'm trying to find these other prop bets right here.
I got the over under is 46.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, over under is 46.
Yeah.
See, I'm going under.
Yeah, that's under.
I'm going under. I think they're expecting Lamar Jackson to just go ham.
But he's not. No.
I don't think that they're going to let him do that in Miami. I don't know. So it's 234.5 passing yards. Under. Myles Gaskin, who is having a pretty decent season, all things considered, rushing yards, 41.5. I'm going over. I think if Miami wants to win this game, they're going to have to run the football. And by running the football, you run the clock. That means you keep the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands. So I think they run the football, and I think Myles Gaskin gets, they say 41.5. That's why I say over. Now, that's rushing yards. That's not total. Total yards, I'd go way over that. I think maybe he gets about 70 or 80. Anthony Everett, over 3.5 tackles. Probably go over that. But it's an interesting game tonight. Very interesting game tonight, and a lot of implications as far as the division is concerned for Baltimore. Not as much for Miami, but for Baltimore, yes. Next topic, let's go to it. This section brought to you by Construction Concepts. Mark and Josh over there. Listen, Construction Concepts has now gone to Austin and building stuff all over the place over there. They're getting huge. Houston, Austin, Dallas, changing corporate culture one design at a time, from hospitality, corporate, luxury retail, and medical facilities. Their team of experts can update or create a space that exceeds your expectations. Give them a call, 713-589-2682. That's buildithouston.com. Also, Mark Boardman, one of the owners of Construction Concepts, congratulations. Tomorrow is his 10-year wedding anniversary, man. Wow.
Hey.
That is big,
That's
man.
big.
Most people divorced twice already in 10 years. So good for him and Natalie. Great people, man. Even better business person, Mark Boardman, over there at Construction Concepts. All right. Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers. OBJ did not go there, even though Devontae Adams put out a statement saying, hey, wish you would come here, basically lobbying for him. I think they dodged a big bullet right there.
They did.
They already have drama with Aaron Rodgers being vaccinated, not being vaccinated, what he calls immunized, which is a weird word for not vaccinated. Look, I'm not a mandate guy. I'm not going to force you to do something you don't want to do.
Yeah, same here.
Right?
Yeah.
But the NFL has put strict protocols in place if you don't. And we're seeing what happens now. And if all things go the right way, he's going to be cleared on Saturday. That he's present in all the meetings via video, stuff like that. But I don't see him missing this game versus Seattle. And thank God he's not. They really need this game. And you've got Russell Wilson back for the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. It's about to go ham.
You'd be into a mandate with Christian McCaffrey. What? No. What are you talking about?
Mandate.
Grant Miles. So Kevin Anthony said I saw Grant Miles today. I actually talked to Grant today. Tried to get him coming on the show today, but he was too busy. It was terrible because I really had some stuff to go over with him, especially the Dallas Cowboys, which we'll get into here in a little bit. But back to Green Bay. Green Bay's got a killer game coming up, and all the spotlight is on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
This whole vaccine thing. But it all goes away if he goes for 350 and three touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the weirdest thing in sports, but it's pretty crazy how winning cures everything. It's just unbelievable what people are willing to forget and not even worry about as long as you are winning football games. And I wouldn't put this past Aaron Rodgers to throw 4 or 5 touchdowns on Sunday. Just pissed off.
He's going to go ham.
I mean, pissed off. Green Bay is a really, really good, and not only good, but extremely healthy football team. And they just got one of their starting left guards back. This team is really good. They're at the point, like health-wise, you want to be right before the season ends.
Yeah.
And I see them handing Seattle a nice kick in the ass Sunday afternoon. And I think that Seattle's in trouble with their defense. Their defense is suspect already.
Yeah,
you got Aaron Rodgers. Everybody's hammering on Aaron Rodgers. And what does he do in all this? Every time in this situation, what's Aaron do? blows up.
He does it.
Blows up. So I see Aaron Rodgers having a hell of a day versus the Seahawks on Sunday at 3:25 on CBS.
CBS.
Did y'all see Tom Brady's comments?
No, I didn't.
Tom Brady made a couple of comments 2 days ago about the 17th game in the NFL, basically saying that it was wrong. He doesn't agree with it, and that the NFL is money grabbing. No crap.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say what I want to say. We're on VYPE.
Yeah.
The NFL, look, the NFL started with what, 12 games?
Yeah.
10, 12 games. They've slowly always progressed and got more games. He's lucky it's not 18. I'm all for a 17th game. I'm all for it. I love the NFL. I love Sundays. Take away another preseason game, make them 2 if you want to. Whatever. Kevin Anthony and I discussed this a long time ago about how they need more preseason games to warm up and get ready for the regular season, because you saw how many injuries there were the first couple of weeks because they didn't have any practice. Anyway, 17 games is not a problem. I don't know why Tom Brady put this out there. And it was a long conversation he had, too. I don't mind the 17th game at all. At least the Cowboys can't go 8-8. Just saying. I'm just saying, Jason Garrett. Anyways, I know Kevin's got something to say about that. Did you happen to see Michael Irvin with the catch of the Uber Eats sack of the commercial? If y'all saw this, it was absolutely hysterical.
No, I don't
Not
think
Michael Irvin. It was Des Bryant. The catch in Green Bay that was supposed to be a catch, then not a catch, and then a catch, whatever. So there's an Uber Eats commercial out. He catches a bag of Uber Eats that's delivered. He goes, "Oh, it's a catch." It's awesome.
Oh, they were talking. Okay, I did
I'm
see
so
it.
glad that Des Bryant did that, because it's actually a great commercial for him. It was fantastic for all the Cowboys fans out there. I will say that was probably a catch. So there you go. There's your love for the Cowboys on today's show of Sports with Balls on.
You only get one for the week.
Des still caught it. Yeah, he did. So anyways, back to Tom Brady in these 17 games. I don't want it to turn into baseball, 162 games, and they rest players. The NBA rests players for 3/4 of the season now. And I don't know how hockey is. They've got a lot of games, but man, if if they make it 18 and they rest players a game or 2 because there's going to be easier schedules, I guess, I don't have a problem with 17 games at all. It's not a lot.
It's not.
It's not a lot of football.
It's like one more game. That's it.
Yeah, of course. And I don't know why these guys think 17 games is some massive, massive deal. Tom Brady sounded like he was vying to be the commissioner of football, basically. It was – I love Tom Brady for doing a lot of things. I do. But, man, the NFL made $16 billion in 2019. $16 billion. I don't count 2020 because of the COVID, no fans, just weird stuff. And they all get revenue shares, right? The NFL gets revenue shares from all the teams and the owners and everything. Man, of course it's about money. 17 weeks, and I'm all for it. That extends my fantasy football games. That extends me watching football. Everything, man. Like, it started a week earlier. Add one to the beginning and the end. I don't care. Like, whatever you do. Like, push it. I llove football, so bring on 18 games if you want to. The only problem is the record books, but, records are meant to be broken, and, money's going to run everything. That's why they're expanding the college football playoffs, right? Yeah. Money, tons of money. You're letting these other schools.
That's it. Money talks.
You got these NIL deals now in college. Like, who wouldn't want to go to USC now? Well, especially with the NIL deals. You get to live in LA and go to USC and get paid for it now. USC in 3 years might be the Alabama of college football. Because of recruiting purposes, you got NIL deals. They can get paid to go to college. I'm going to LA, USC. Like, what? That's incredible. Like, so it's all about money, of course. So Tom Brady completely against the 17th game, but I mean, why wouldn't he be? He's been in the league for 42 years. So, since he was 2, because he's 44 now. Anyway, that's my rant on Tom Brady in the 17th game. All right, this next section brought to you by Fitz Roofing, man. Over there at Fitz, gotta love that guy. In fact, they came and looked at my roof, gave me an incredible estimate, man. Give him a call at 832. I got to pull up his Corey Fitz, 832-521-3001, or visit him at Fitz Roofing. That's FITZ roofing.com. Every single one. Man, they dropped off a packet, bro. Like a packet that must cost $50 to me. I'm talking low, like everything, man. His business card looks incredible. I was like, God, you must be doing real well. I'm just kidding. I know Corey. Corey's badass. In fact, he went to the CMAs last night in Nashville.
Really? Oh, wow.
On the red carpet?
Ooh.
I'd call Fitz Roofing if I were you.
Oh, yeah.
Call them. They're getting stuff done. They're doing something right over there at Fitz Roofing, so call them for all of your roofing needs. All right, let's get to the next conversation. Carlos Correa and the Houston Astros. Put it out there today. Carlos Correa has been in talks with the New York Yankees for 10 years, $375 million.
Oh, my goodness.
Look, we all know Carlos Correa is going, so who cares what he gets paid?
Yeah.
He's not staying here. But to the Yankees,
that is a bag.
Man, dude.
That's going to hurt a lot.
There's two teams that Carlos Correa are that fighting for him. It's the Yankees and I'll tell you the other one right now. Give me a second. As long as I can pull this up. Terrible service.
Was it like the Mets?
No, where are we at? No, sorry. The Yankees are going after Correa and Seager. That's it.
Oh, wow.
So it looks like Correa will go to the Yankees. It might have been done as early as today, but Carlos Correa came out and said, I'm just trying to spend time with my family, like any player would. But look, man, there's no possible way he turns down $375 million.
I wouldn't.
No way.
No way.
It's just the fact that he goes to the New York Yankees, the dreaded New York Yankees, if you're a Houston Astro fan. I mean, but the Astros actually own the Yankees like in the postseason. So,
we do.
It can be a rivalry, but it's not for us. We own the Yankees.
We do. Yes,
but I would just seeing him in a Yankees uniform, and what if he comes to Minute Maid in the playoffs? Like, dude, that's going to be rough, man. That is going to be rough.
Yeah, I mean, they already got Cole whenever, what was it, 2019? Yeah, in 2019, we got Cole. That didn't go too well. It's not going well right now. So making Correa go over there, it's just going to hurt. I just don't want to see him do bad anymore.
Let's see. Aaron Rodgers, Kevin Anthony says he heard per his fantasy football that Rodgers is out Sunday. As far as I have heard, that's not the case. I haven't heard any of that yet. I know who is out, though. Gregory to a calf out the next 3 games for the Cowboys. Here's my pick. Cowboys lose again this week.
You with it?
I think the Cowboys, and I'm sorry, man, this is not just a Cowboys hating thing. This is not, I promise. The Cowboys, that's not a fluke thing that happened last week. I'm sorry. It's not. The Cowboys are going up against a very, very good and up-and-coming Falcons team. I think they take another L, man. This is going to be a fun, and then they'll come back versus the Chiefs, but the Chiefs aren't really that good. So, but I got Dallas losing this game. I don't know how well they're going to perform after that Denver loss, and now you got Gregory out on the defensive end. Let me check the line real quick. Dallas -9, Atlanta all day, baby. All day, I'm taking Atlanta. Man. Just heard Rodgers is out. Yeah, we get Chico, Chico, yeah. Anyways, I'll get off the Dallas thing for 2 seconds. There's not a lot of Rockets fans on here, or maybe there are, and I don't know. But the Houston Rockets have a major problem on their hands. Major. Yeah. And the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
The highest paid Houston Texan, Deshaun Watson, $10 million a year. And next year he gets paid $27 million a year, something like that. Not playing. John Wall, who gets $500,000 a game plus, $32 million, something like that, he gets paid, not playing for the Houston Rockets. The top 2 players on both of these organizations are out, and there's no trade value right now for John Wall. You can't get pennies on the dollar for him. So the Rockets are just eating him up, like the salary. The Rockets have major issues. They've won 1 game. Who wins the game before? Let me pull up their schedule, I think, because I don't know who they play, but who wins the game first, the Rockets or the Texans?
Rockets, more than likely.
You think?
Yeah.
Before Sunday, let's see. Let me see the Rockets.
Yeah, I was watching the Pistons game yesterday, and they look pretty good. It's just they just keep on choking towards the end. That's it.
Yeah, I get it that they're a young team, but man, this is ugly. They beat the Thunder 124-91, and that's it. Let me go to their full schedule. I can tell you who they play the next few games. All right. They've got 2 games before Sunday. All right, Portland, and then they play Phoenix. So you got 2 shots. Who's going to win? Or the Texans, let's see who they played after that. Then they got Memphis, Oklahoma City, New York, Boston. Man, then who the Texans play in the next 2 games?
I don't know. Let me pull it up real
now.
quick. Yeah.
Houston Texans.
That's the Titans. They got the Titans next.
Okay, they play the Titans and then they play the Jets. I'm going to say that the Houston Texans beat the New York. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know.
It's a coin flip right now.
The Rockets or the Texans? Which one's getting a win first?
I'm calling Rockets. Rockets.
It's a terrible time to be in Houston. It's also a terrible time to be in Detroit. They were playing the Detroit Pistons last night. The Detroit Pistons have only won 2 games.
Yep.
Rockets have won 1, but the Detroit Lions are 0-8.
Yep.
Which city? And I understand that the Astros have gone to 3 of the last 5 World Series, but the Detroit Tigers are not that good. I think they were 77-82 this year.
I think so. Yeah.
77-80, somewhere right there. Which is a worse sports city?
Detroit.
I think Detroit is too.
Yeah, hands down.
I think because of the weather. I mean, not only do all 3 of your major sports teams are terrible, but it's cold and it's miserable up in Detroit. At least if the Rockets and the Texans are losing here, you walk outside, it's 75 degrees. You're cool. You can do whatever, like go on a boat, like you're fine. Not in Detroit.
I think the only thing Detroit has is just Eminem. That's it. That's the only thing they get.
I don't think he's there anymore. But yeah, Deshaun Watson and John Wall, both the top paid players for the Houston Texans and the Houston Rockets, both on the bench and both eating up a ton of money. I mean, a ton of money. Let's see. One more thing I wanted to talk about before we go into tonight's game is tanking. Agent Scott Boras, who represents a ton of incredible athletes across the board in all the major sports, raising up concerns that this coming up MLB season, there's going to be a lockout because they need to reach a new CBA agreement, which is a collective bargaining agreement. And tanking is the big issue. Rewarding teams for losing records and on purpose. Tanking is the reason the Atlanta Braves won the World Series.
I saw that, yeah.
Because they in the midseason they traded for 3 players off of terrible teams. They got them.
Yeah.
A completely new team. They end up winning the World Series, and those other teams are tanking. Chicago Cubs being another one, tanking. And the main example of it, unfortunately, is the Houston Astros. Because they had 3 100 losing seasons in a row. Excuse me. And rounded up all these draft picks. Just got their farm system just jamming. And now you see the results. And so now, if you have a smart GM, tanking is almost part of the process.
Okay.
And not a lot of people like it. It's terrible for the fans. It's terrible for the city. It's terrible for everybody. It's going to come up this summer in the baseball talks, and it probably will come up in the NFL too because the NFL is starting to take it. The Houston Texans are tanking too. Don't let them fool you. They unloaded everybody.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
You saw it.
I mean, it is crazy. They're not. And people say they're trying to win.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They are not trying to win football games. They're trying to get the best draft pick they can possibly get. Their only leverage is Deshaun Watson, which he should have gone to Miami for Tua Tagovailoa. And draft picks because that's all the Texans needed, but they couldn't get the deal done because Deshaun Watson did not want to settle his court cases outside of court, and because that would have made him basically seem like he's guilty. So I don't know. I'm on the fence on this, man, because it's strategy.
Yeah.
It may work, it may not. You don't know if it's going to work. I mean, tanking is an interesting thing, and they do it in basketball now too. You see it all over the board.
Yeah,
all over the board. The Rockets are even trying to do it, I believe, now too. It's an interesting subject, and why do you reward teams for being bad?
Then you got me. I don't know. I really don't know.
So you've got to figure out a system how. If a team is tanking, they can't get better. I don't know. You figure out something. I don't know if you find. I don't know. I just don't know because you don't know for sure if they're tanking. You can tell on the outside, yeah, that team's tanking, but they're not going to tell you. They're going to be like, no, we're just trying to do this. But they got to come up with some sort of system for tanking because it's messing up sports in general. where these incredible athletes on these bad teams will get traded in the middle of their season to great teams, a.k.a. Odell Beckham Jr. This is the exact halfway point in the NFL season. Is now he told the teams, if you pick me up on a waiver, I'm going to make your life a living hell. That's what he said to other teams. Don't pick him up on the waiver wire. So now Odell Beckham Jr. gets to go to the Los Angeles Rams, who are already a Super Bowl team. Why is that fair?
That's not fair at all.
He should have gone to the Detroit Lions. I'm just saying,
bring in more trouble.
I don't know, but they're terrible. Why does he get to go to the best team out there?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
It doesn't make any sense. So they got to figure out something with how to stop this tanking thing and what can go down. If a player does hit the waiver wires. I mean, look, Detroit was number 1 on the waiver wire. I know they were. They're 0-8. They should have grabbed Odell. But I guarantee you, he said, "You take." Well, I mean, he already said that. He told the teams, "Do not take me in a waiver wire," because he wanted to be a free agent. And now you see what happens. But interesting interesting topic to go over. You know, talk to you and your buddies about it. See where you come up. Email me, text me, call me. Send Sports with Balls a Twitter message, whatever you want to do. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on tanking and any other thing that you want, and I will try to respond to you ASAP. All right, man. We are 30 minutes away.
30 minutes.
30 minutes away from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, hosting its own Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Man, we touched on this earlier just a tad bit. Right now, Baltimore minus 8.5. This line was 7. It's gone up 1.5 points. And I think that's because the news broke that Tua Tagovailoa is out.
Yeah.
You got Jacoby Brissett now. I'm pretty sure that's why it skyrocketed. It was 7 points. It's 8.5 now. Oh, man. I don't know. I still like Miami in this game.
You still do?
Just because of how weird the NFL last Sunday was. And, man, any given Sunday, teams can win. And I know that Miami's coming off a win versus the Texans. I get it.
But it's the
still
Texans.
A win. And it's Miami is a decent football team. And I just listed earlier that the Ravens haven't had these quality wins. It's not like they're blowing teams off the board. They're barely winning.
They had 3 comeback wins.
Yeah, and they're barely winning these games, man.
Yes.
Detroit is 0-8. They won by a last second, the longest field goal in NFL history. Or else Detroit would be 1-7 and beat the Baltimore Ravens.
That's still funny to me. I'm sorry, Detroit.
The Cincinnati Bengals went in there 2 weeks ago and beat them 41-13.
Yeah.
That is an ass kicking at their home.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think if the defensive coordinators are smart, they grab the tape from both of those games, try to figure out how to contain Lamar Jackson, and they got a good shot at winning this football game. Make an easy game plan for Jacoby Brissett and run the hell out of the football, keep the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands, and keep it close. I mean, obviously easier said than done, but I like the way Miami's playing football, and I like Miami in this football game, man. I'm taking Miami plus the 8.5. What do you got?
Oh man, putting it on me. I still like the Ravens a tad bit. I had a feeling somehow they're probably still gonna come back from behind still. I don't know why against the Dolphins of all teams. But hey, I still got Ravens taking it, maybe by a field goal. It's gonna be close.
So you like Miami plus 8.5 too?
Yeah.
You just said it like that's what that's not convincing at all.
It's a toss up. Like you said it earlier. It's a toss up because
if Lamar Jackson starts off pretty hot, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
They got to contain him, obviously. Man, I like the way Miami's defense is playing. They're at home. It's an 8.5, almost 9 point spread now. It might move to 9 by the time the game starts. The way this thing's moving, I like Miami just on the simple fact that these last few games in the NFL this Sunday were just nuts, just crazy. Anything can happen. Jaguars beat the Bills. What is that, dude?
Exactly. What 9-6?
Yeah, and everybody jumps on Baltimore right now. Obviously, the line moved 1.5 in 6 hours. I mean, everybody's jumping on Baltimore. And whenever that happens, I tend to go the other way. So I'm taking Miami plus 8.5 points. Thomas on here asked me about what are my thoughts on Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has almost 2,000 yards throwing. He leads the team in passing yards and rushing yards.
Ooh.
just like Lamar, 494 rushing yards. I tell you, like, Jalen Hurts and Philadelphia have actually started playing football a little better. You can see now the maturation of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
The first few games, he just looked like a deer in headlights, like a little lost, a little immature back there. It looks like he's comfortable now. It looks like he's comfortable in that offense. And look, he's a rookie. Give them time. Wait till next year. The Philadelphia will probably be competitive. I mean, I hope for that division's sake they are, because the Cowboys win one more game and everybody loses. I mean, I think that division's already wrapped up. They can sit Dak. He doesn't have to get hurt.
Yeah.
They can sit him.
Yeah, I mean, with Hurts, you got to give him time. I know give him time because he went to Channel View. We were rivals.
Yep.
So, hey, man, give him time. Even though we beat him all the time.
You just had to throw that in there. Huh?
Yeah, but you got to give him time. Reason why I said that North Shore's playing tonight, the first playoff game against Pasadena Dolby. That's why. But I mean, give him time, man. He beat us. He beat North Shore for the first time on our homecoming night by 1 point. Hey, man,
Jalen Hurts was an incredible high school talent. Of course, had an awkward season in Alabama with the Tua Tagovailoa deal, but incredible college career. And like he'll have a year or two more to prove himself.
Yeah.
And if he does well, then Philadelphia found their quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's playing okay. You know, I mean, he's not terrible. He's not incredible, but he's not terrible. He's got 11 touchdowns and only 4 picks, and his RTG is 90.9. So he's playing good. That team could mess some things up in that division. What if they beat Dallas late in the season? You know, I mean, for them, because Dallas is part of that Fab Five I have at the NFC: Tampa Bay, LA, Dallas, Green Bay, and I forgot the other one.
Was it the Falcons?
No. Dallas, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Arizona, LA.
Arizona.
Yeah, and now Arizona has massive health problems. You got Murray out again. You got Hopkins out again. Now you've got Moore, who didn't even practice today either, and you got J.J. Watt out for the season. So Arizona has yet to make the playoffs with Kyler Murray. They're going to be put to the test the next few weeks with all their injury problems. Now, I think what they're doing is resting them right now. I think if this was the end of the season, maybe Murray and Hopkins play. But it's right in the middle, exactly at the halfway point, as a matter of fact. And so I think they're resting them. Give them a better chance to play towards the end of the season than right now.
Yeah, because, I mean, they're way ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, just you know what, take all the time you need. Nah, if it starts getting to that point where it gets a bit rocky, then you got to bring them back.
Yeah, and then we'll see what happens. But I think they're going to have a little bit of a rough time coming up. All right, let's recap real quick. Cam Newton, the fly-dressed Cam Newton, back in Carolina on a $4.5 million deal that'll last through the end of the season. $1.5 million guaranteed, up to $10 million in incentives. Man, this was rough for me to swallow. That much money, rough for me to swallow. Man.
I think he won instead of the Panthers. He won.
Well, there's a couple of guys that won today. Another one being Odell Beckham Jr. Broke about 4 hours ago that he is taking his talents and heading to L.A. In my opinion, Odell picked a city, not a team.
Yeah.
I think he talked to LeBron James just like he did before he went to Cleveland. But LeBron was like, look, your acting career afterwards or whatever. But, he's in L.A. Rams now. The Rams play San Francisco on Monday night. I don't know if he's going to play that game. I assume that he might. I don't know. I have a problem with how him and Sean McVay are going to get along. I don't know how that dynamic is going to go. They're not far apart in age, and Sean McVay is the head coach, and OBJ is a hothead.
It's not going to end well.
He is a hothead.
It's not going to end well.
I'm really interested to see how that works out, man. I don't see it.
Give it 4 weeks, and they're going to be on ESPN again.
4 weeks?
4 weeks.
Speaking of that 4 weeks, we talked about Cam Newton earlier. I put the over-under at him playing. There's 8 games that he'll play in. 5.5 is the over-under, and I'm saying under.
Yeah, I'm saying under, too.
I think it's 5 that he plays in. I don't think he plays all 8 games.
No, he's not. No. He's
injury prone. He cannot run that fast anymore. Christian McCaffrey is always hurt now. His offensive line is terrible. I don't see that.
Here we go again. 4th game is going to get injured.
Fourth game?
Fourth game.
Wow. He's had shoulder surgeries a few times. Well, two surgeries. His throwing arm and motion are not the same. He's not that strong. He can't run as fast. The money, $4.5 million, just blows my mind.
Yeah,
blows
way too much.
my mind. I don't understand it. But hey, look, I'm not an owner. And Matt Rule, the head coach of the Carolina Panthers, even said this may be long term. Whoa.
No.
Wow.
Please don't.
Not sure what that's all about. All right, man. Got to thank a couple of people. Got to thank my boy Corey Fitz over there at Fitz Roofing, FITZ roofing.com, 832-521-3001. Get your $50 packet. He'll send it to you. So, come inspect your roof for you, man. The guy's amazing. They do insurance claims. They do new roofs. They do absolutely everything. They're phenomenal. I want to thank Christian's Tailgate for having us over here, man, every Monday and Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m., getting you ready for Monday Night Football and Thursday Night Football and catching you up on absolutely everything. Also, want to thank David Carrier over there at Smarter Mortgage. Look, man, he's got a pocket full of money. You want a home, call David, 281-650-0648. Construction Concepts, man, they build stuff. They're all over Texas now, 713-589-2682. And last but not least, Roy Stanton, Hybrid Technologies. Call him. He'll come hang your TV. I'm just kidding. Don't tell him to do that. Don't do that. He doesn't do that anymore, man. Anything that has to do with cable services, cloud services for businesses, whatever. That guy's he's actually all over the country now, in Denver, everywhere, man. But look, I want to thank you guys for having me on for this hour. Lauren should be back on Monday. Enrique, any final thoughts on Cam, OBJ, or tonight's game?
4. Just keep that in mind.
4?
4.
Cam Newton, 4 games this year. So he'd be getting $1 million a game.
Now you're making me mad. That sounds crazy.
If he plays 4 games, he gets almost $1 million a game.
That's crazy.
Cam Newton held out, I guess, you can't hate the man, right?
You can't, no.
I mean, good for his agent and him.
Yeah.
He goes back home and they give him I think they paid him on 2011 through 2015. Like maybe they didn't give enough in that in those 5 years, but wow, man!
Oh, we forgot. Here you go.
Here you go, man. You can come play for us the rest of the season. I mean, why not? We're last, so there you go. Anyways, but man, thank you guys for having us on. We will be back Monday. I want to thank VYPE.com and also Enrique. Miami +8.5, guys. We'll see you Monday.
I like it.
I'm out.